One, two, 1, 2, 3. When Judy went upstairs, she left with no care. When Judy went upstairs, she left with no care. When Judy went upstairs.
I'm sick of y'all telling me what to do, mama.
Judy!
Wait,
Judy!
get down her.
Get down her!
Get down her! Get down her!
Get down her!
I literally just saw a post that said if Harriet and Carl Winslow were today, they would have had to be born in 1991 and 1992.
That's deep.
Yeah.
That's real deep.
And that pisses me off.
Weird.
Okay, welcome everybody back to another episode of When Judy Went Upstairs, the season finale, the recap. Y'all, we did it.
We doing it.
We did it,
did
y'all.
it. We did it.
Mission accomplished. Y'all do not know what this means to all of us, that we have done one season of When Judy Went Upstairs. This has been a long time coming, since 2024.
Yes.
How are you all feeling?
About
I'm
the
feeling
show?
good.
I'm feeling
Yeah,
great.
tell us about it.
I'm feeling great. Zakia, you go first. The lady of the hour.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel great. I'm excited. So initially, Cameron and I, this is gonna be our thing, and I think we were just gonna be out here just talking, you know what I mean, about our love for sitcoms or whatever, and then pull Jeremy in, of course, always gotta pull Jeremy in, and I think we all we have big hopes. We were just doing this for the fun of it, which is what people say. If you're gonna do it, make sure you're passionate about the subject matter. And it has taken off in a way I don't think we thought, or we even assumed, you know what I mean? Like, we knew it was gonna be good because we're good. Not to, pop our
didn't know
collar.
it was gonna be good.
I did, because we're good. We're good people. I mean,
I didn't think about it like that. Yeah.
We're friends. We have good banter. We know what we're talking about for the most part. You know what I mean? The people the comments from folks we don't know. One of our clips on YouTube has 100,000 views. And we just started in November. So I'm feeling good about it. I'm looking forward to season 2 and beyond. I love what people are saying. Even when I talk to people about the podcast, they're like, oh, that sounds very lighthearted, like a fun listen. It just seems like it's warm and what's needed, you know what I mean, in today's time. So
I've gotten that.
I'm excited about this. I love it.
What about you, Jern?
One, I'll say this: I love y'all. So this is a good time to. A lot of people may not know, we are friends. We've been friends for years. This is over 20 years of friendship amongst us. So this is not just people that just met each other. Because a lot of people ask me oh, well, how do you know them? And it's we went to school together, and we've been doing this for years. So it's now that it's on camera, or we're doing this in front of the world, so to speak, it kind of, it feels natural, because these are conversations we would have anyway.
Yeah.
Now that there's a world of people coming into our conversations, and there's perspective, people are either disagreeing or agreeing with our comments or our perspective.
Love that.
And it's very fun to see, that there is a sitcom community out there that either likes what we have to say, don't like what we have to say. And, I do like that the three of us, we're not super sensitive, so it's we can see the varying perspectives and still just embrace the differing perspectives and have a good time. Like you said, Zakia, it's a lighthearted, fun, fuzzy moment. Just kick back on the couch and enjoy, watch TV. And that's what we said in episode 1. That's what TV was and is to us. It's that escape from the chaos of the world, right? And it allows us to see, and that's what we have hoped that our podcast is for other people. Hopefully people are taking the time out and saying, oh, let me watch When Judy Went Upstairs. Let me take a break from my chaotic day, my work. Let me watch these three knuckleheads talk about TV.
For sure.
Totally. I share all the same sentiments as everyone. You know, I'm always getting reactions like, oh man, it's so like lighthearted. And I didn't expect for it to be a thing. You know, I say this all the time, didn't have a job. I needed my brain to work. I needed to tap into some creativity. One of my friends were at the house in the middle of the day. They did something and they were like responding. And what's funny is I actually had used that quote from Steve Harvey that was in the first episode. And I said, save the syrup for your pancakes.
Look, why don't you just save the syrup for your pancakes?
What? And they didn't like, they were like, what is that from? You're always quoting something. I was like, Steve Harvey, like, you know, and they were like, you need to do something with that. Like, go do something. And that's when I was like, I should do something with that. Started researching, doing some research on TV sitcom podcasts. And at that time I had just finished doing some work with you both on a production that Zakiya was working on. And so I was like, let me call Zakiya because, you know, getting it done. So let me call her. I called Zakiya. I was like, Zakiya, I got this great idea. Let's put this together. And then it literally had been like a year before we actually started talking about Jeremy being into it because we didn't do anything. I just been spending time creating it, thinking about segments.
We had a bunch of meetings on the calendar and we'd be like, we should meet.
Can't do that. Can't do that, which doesn't make sense because I didn't have a job. But I'm happy for the time it took to like create it, develop it, think about the tone. And one of the things that I always talk about is when researching other podcasts, I noticed individuals would focus on their favorite TV sitcoms. And knowing how we are, knowing all sitcoms, I was like, I need to play. I need a field. I need to bring up any sitcom at any time that I want to. So I was like, let's play with themes. Let's play with how sitcoms address different themes. And from there. And I think a lot of it was fear to get started. I was worried about like starting like, what is it? People are not going to like, you know, get into this. I don't think this is a thing, but it's a thing. And I love it. I love the support and I appreciate the support so much. Like people speaking up, giving their opinions and chiming in. Love it.
I want to touch on what you said about the fear thing because I remember like when we first recorded, and we were just like, I know I was just like, I don't know, is this gonna look good? Like, are people gonna take it seriously? Whatever, what have you? And my brother-in-law was like, Zakiya, you've been doing stuff, but you ain't putting nothing out yet. And like, you can't be afraid. Like people want to see the progression. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just put it out. And I was like, okay, right. And then we were out at dinner and I think I had text John was like, F it, let's just put it out there. And y'all was like, bet. And we put out the first episode. And look at God. Won't he do it?
Won't he
be doing it?
And I gotta say, and I know Cameron, this might already be in our notes to do a shout out, but shout out to Nasu Nguyen.
I was just about to do that.
Our editor.
Thank you, Jeremy. It's not your episode. Shout out to Natsu and no, go ahead. Stay Diff team. No, go ahead.
The Stay Diff team, but before we get to them, I just wanted to shout out to Nasu.
He got the oil.
Yeah, we were thinking about just a team, right? Setting up because we're all perfectionists, right? And I think this is kind of one of those moments for creatives who kind of sit back and say like, oh, well, it got to be perfect. We got to make, because that's what we said, you know, if y'all only knew kind of the behind the scenes where it's like, oh, we got to do this. We got to do, you know, y'all seen there's episodes in this season where my camera just did not, you know.
Please.
And if it were up to me, I would have been like, don't put that out. You know, but we roll along with and the mess ups, the technical glitches, and all of that, and you move on that, right? That's probably to me our funniest bloopers, right? But Nasu is an editor, a creative who I went to college with at San Francisco State, and he is absolutely incredible in what he does. But his creative eye, his genius, and how he he has grown with our show. And I just want to say thank you to him. I know we're all
grateful.
Nasu,
just talking to Nasu is just like, and the way that even Nasu is like, I'm being educated on these TV sitcoms. He was like, I didn't even realize, looking up things. And so I love that it's an experience, a new experience for him. And he just totally gets the tone of the show
from the jump.
The vision for When Judy Went Upstairs, totally gets it. Even with working with the Stay Diff team, TK, Lamont, all of them just working together, setting up the setup, and Seth delivering what I envisioned. I wanted it to look like a living room set and us going to get things from the vintage store, just cooperating. And let me tell y'all something. You two, these two individuals right here, okay? Zakiya and Jeremy, listen. If I had a baby outside of me and I had a child, I would leave them with Zakiya and Jeremy to babysit and stay the night, because the way that you all have motivated me and just go with the vision and protect it, even just how you all will be like, what about this? And I'm like, do it. Like, let's play around. Let's experiment. Let's see what happens. There's so many topics that we already have addressed and that we have planned to address in the future, which yes, we will be doing a season 2.
Hey,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Okay.
As long as there's TV, you'll see us.
Yeah, we're definitely going to continue going. And so we definitely want to thank you all for all the support, all the individuals that comment, that subscribe, that watch, that like, that interact with us, and that let us know how you feel about it. Thank you. And look, please jump in the community. If there's a show, if there's something, a topic you would like for us to tackle or that you've thought about, bring it up. You know where to email us.
Yeah.
When Judy Went Upstairs at gmail.com. Let us know.
Email us at When Judy Went Upstairs.
So let's get into this recap.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask first, what would you say was your favorite episode, recording and watching back? Because I forget what we record. I'm not even going to hold you. I forget. What would you say?
Okay. I think I got 2 favorites that I Pass the Peace.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites. Yeah. And How Come He Don't Want Me, Man? I feel like we really touched on some good moments, some of those, heartfelt moments in sitcoms, and to even just talk about that episode of Fresh Prince. And I think what really got me too was just like the feedback from people and folks who just like shared part of their lives, and how much that episode touched them or affected them. And, to be able to like have the space. That's what one comment that I saw, like, thank you for having the space, having this space for us to come and share this information. You know what I mean? So like
totally
for us to be low key a safe space on such a very wide platform, social media, where it's not always safe for people. That was really cool. But Pass the Peas was fun. I think we had the most bloopers.
Passing that remote.
I mean, just like it was the holidays, which I love the holidays. And we pulled that off fast. Let me tell you,
man,
we pulled that off fast.
We
was like, oh, it's Thanksgiving coming up. We need to record real quick. And it all worked out. But those are my 2 favorites.
Okay. What you got, Jeremy?
I sound like a parrot because Pass the Peas was one of my favorites, not just because it was my episode, but I do think It was very, very fun.
Yeah.
Okay, since she already said that, I won't repeat hers. I'll say something different.
If it's your favorite,
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites, but I do have others. I think the theme song episode is definitely.
Kirby's always snatching my stuff.
Well,
Get him out. No.
And cut.
I think the
Step
theme
into my
song
office.
was definitely one of my favorites. I feel like I wanted more because there's so many I think we just did not touch on.
Yeah.
But we talked about recurring characters because and the reason, so there's many reasons why I say this. Our recurring characters episodes, Forever Shanae, I think this for me felt like this was when our show started to feel like a show. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I feel that.
It was our first time we had a celebrity repost and engage with us.
Yes.
Yeah. And who?
Yvette Lee Bowser. Kim
Bowser. Yeah.
Sean Baker.
Yes, Sean Baker from Living Single.
Yes.
And it was the first time we've had some, like, it increased our engagement on TikTok, on Instagram. And I think that was really good to see, like, oh, people are watching. Like, people, you know, and it may not be in the astronomical numbers, but when you know that there's an audience that is like, wait, okay, I connect with that. That just meant a lot to me. So that episode just, I really think just hit hard. So yeah, those two.
That's
sure.
okay. You're right. I felt like that too.
Yeah, because I remember like seeing a lot of comments start coming in.
Yeah.
And y'all were texting. I was at work and y'all were texting like, do y'all see this? And I was like, I'm getting hot. I remember I texted y'all. I was like, I'm getting hot. What's happening?
I was looking at my phone like, why do I have so many Instagram notifications? Like,
I was like, what's
nobody.
I definitely enjoyed recording Past the Peas. That was because it was so close to holiday time. We were rushing. We were like, oh my gosh, holiday season. We want to try to catch. Yeah. I always said I want to catch certain moments and times. And I even wanted one for Black History Month. We didn't get to push one out. But Past the Peas, man, passing that remote had us in a choke hold. Like, y'all don't even know. What you all saw in bloopers was very short of what it really took to actually, and then the internet thing. Past the Peas was just a lot of fun. I would say the other episode that I really enjoyed was, I did enjoy recurring characters, and we got to dive into that even some more because like you said, Jeremy, there's so many. I've even thought about like different recurring, like, oh my goodness. But Furniture City, I enjoyed hearing the audience respond to, like paying rent and talking about bills and talking about credit and their different experiences and everyone commenting on the episode and what they remembered. I really enjoyed that. Now, let's talk about this. Is there anything that you would take back as far as like a hot take around this season?
Okay, I do want to say this because I think this season, as Zakia knows exactly what I'm going to say, I think the misconception has been presented that I hate Dwayne.
Yes, I know.
Oh, me too. We love Dwayne.
I love Dwayne Cleophas Wayne. However, let me shit, right.
Wait. Jeremy, you also have to add, I'm going to throw this in there. I think they think we hate Dwayne and Moesha.
Yes.
We love them.
He's standing on business.
I'm going to only speak for Dwayne.
He's standing on it.
The thing about Dwayne is, as a character, because of course we know that these things, and that's something I want to say too, because some of these comments on YouTube, we know that these are characters, and that's who we're speaking to. We're not speaking to actors themselves. No. We're talking to the characters that they portray.
Yeah, we're talking about the sitcom.
The sitcom, not
the situational comedy.
Right. So Dwayne Cleophas Wayne, I think that the beauty of the writing gave him a lot of nuance, a lot of things to love, and a lot of things to hate. Because as human beings, we are layered. There's complexities to who we are. There's some things you're gonna like about me, some things you're not gonna like about me. And I think that is what I am trying to express in my perspective of Dwayne, because I think there's a lot of people that are like, oh, Dwayne and Whitley were great. Yeah, they were great when I watched them as an 8, 9, 10, 11-year-old. But as a 40-year-old man, I'm like, I don't like it. I don't. It's a different perspective, right?
Dwayne probably doesn't like it either.
Right. I'm quite sure. But I do feel like it was good writing because they knew how to make you. He wasn't one dimensional. There were so many aspects of his personality. He was growing. He was learning. And at the same time, I have the right to not like the journey that
you do. You do.
Definitely.
I still will stand and say he was a great character because of those things that I liked and didn't like about him.
Yeah, definitely. And we idolized Dwayne. I mean, I did growing up. The crop tops. I'm still cutting sweaters. I'm still like he was. And the thing is, when we talk about influence, the glasses. Yeah. When we talk about influence and we talk about impact of TV sitcoms, his character influenced a lot of young men to act and treat certain relationships a certain way. Again, like Jeremy, like you said, that's great writing, right? It's the influence, like, oh, I've seen Dwayne do this on a different role. Let me go ahead and do it. You know, that's great writing. And so in certain situations, when we talk about love and relationships, it was something I wasn't particularly a fan of. But I love Dwayne. I love Dwayne when he going off on the police. I love Dwayne when he, standing up and going off on Whitley for not calling them back in 2 days. You know what I'm saying? I love that.
I feel like I established this beforehand, but maybe not so much in the Love Is in Your Face episode. But I actually love Dwayne and Whitley together. I feel like, again, as I said, we should in my opinion, give them the same grace as we did Martin and Gina, because they were young, if not younger, because they had been together since college. You know what I mean? And we saw that growth. So no, he's not gonna be. He's doing what he knows how to do as a man,
very true.
As a husband, being with this difficult, uppity young lady. You know what I mean? And so but he took care of business, and he took care of. He was a man, And for for a woman, for a girl, when you think about, I'm gonna go to college and I'm gonna find my Dwayne, or I'm gonna get a boyfriend, you want.
Like your friend at Clark Atlanta,
right? Exactly. Like you want that. You want the way he would grab her. Like, you better not stop talking to me, or however he was like,
I will drop you like a bad habit.
Right? And then she was like, bye. He said, "Come on with me." Like, girl, you better get your stuff together before you lose your man, that fine man who's smart.
Okay.
And he also influenced a lot, like you said, Cameron. Like, he influenced Black nerd culture, right?
Yes,
where it was cool to be
exactly where I was going.
Into technology, into science, into math, into and I think we needed more of that. I'm super excited to see what this new piece. I'm excited and nervous, to be honest.
I'm not nervous because it's the same people that worked on it back then. I'm not nervous.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous only because a lot of times we mistake the beauty of nostalgia to feel like, let's do it again. And it's like, if it's not broke, I think you said this in episode 1, Zakia.
I'm like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
If it's not broke, don't fix it. Like,
don't try to fix it.
I am excited that pretty much everybody that's still alive and then some are coming to, that's exciting to see. Also
filmed it at Clark Atlanta.
I'm just nervous, like, don't mess up what has been such a gem for our world. Don't create a different world that it's like
we don't feel like we're a part of it anymore.
Because this world now, culturally, generationally, is very different from the late 80s, early 90s. Like, it's very different.
Yeah. But I'm excited for who they have being a part of it.
Yeah.
I love the cast. I love that it's in the background, that it's a lot of the original, writers, producers, and like you said, Jeremy, they're still alive. I'm definitely interested in seeing what it's giving.
Oh yeah.
I am. Absolutely. I'm so interested in seeing what it's giving, for sure.
Me too.
The other thing I wanted to bring up, because we did let Moesha have it a lot about being a bad friend.
We
We did. But one of the things that I was thinking about was how on Love's in Your Face, when Zakiya, you were like, she had Q, and I was like, she had Q. And then we were like, she had Q. We wanted to say she had all the good looking guys.
Moesha was pulling them, okay?
Pulling them.
Between Moesha and Zaria from the Parenthood.
Zaria.
And Zaria, I feel like we didn't even touch on Zaria enough.
And we love
Zaria's hair, her outfit.
for Q's character.
Huh?
We didn't care for Q's character like that.
Nah.
But really. That's why we were like, she had Q, but we loved Fredro Starr now.
Yeah. I liked Q. I think it just got on my nerves.
Let's go out and we can do this, shorty.
Yeah. It's one line he says, and I quote it all the time. He'll be like, yeah, shorty, all that. Like he's trying to like
all of that.
I say that all the time. Yeah, shorty, all that.
Moesha was in some relationships.
Moesha had them. She was pulling them.
Haji.
She had Kobe, Brandon, the boy who he was a Kappa. He went to college, and she tried to stay at his house when Frank kicked her out or whatever.
The one from Bible study, or he was from the
like a church kid, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. He was cool. But the dude that like Kim was cuter to me. Kim had him too.
So someone expressed on TikTok that they felt like Moesha was a good friend and that she was just being a 15-year-old like most 15-year-olds. And my response, because I think it's fair to say, yes, she was 15, but I think two things can be true. She was 15 and she was selfish, because the reality is, would we have been friends with someone like Moesha? The way Moesha went about navigating, with the way she went about doing stuff, I don't know if I would have been okay with how she navigated teenage life. I just, and that's just my perspective, right? I loved the show Moesha. I felt like Moesha, and again, this is not a dig on Brandy, because anybody that knows me knows I'm a huge Brandy fan.
Yes.
Yeah.
The vocal Bible.
A Moesha fan, I am not, because I just felt like Moesha could have did better. I think she didn't do well in being a true friend. To have a line in your intro to say that your best friends
always on your mind.
My best friend's always on my mind.
Unless they are on how to get
around.
They were in what capacity, right?
They were on her mind because she always She always wanted to be with her friends. You know what I mean? They were always included in some way. But, and I think I made that point too, that like at one point that Moesha, she was young. She was 15. She was trying to navigate life, without her mother. And now she had her stepmom who was her teacher, and now she's her principal. And she was the lady of the house. And then now so it's like a whole bunch of, like I said in the previous episode, like there was a whole bunch of dynamics there. She was learning, if you could say, how to be a friend.
Yeah. And I think Frank could have did better as a father to help her.
I did not like, and I was going to bring this up in Love's in Your Face. I love D, but I wasn't a fan of Frank. I was not a fan of Frank.
That's fair.
I wasn't. And I think he was doing his best. The character is like taking care of his family, trying to be overly protective. But I feel like it was like an overcompensation because of what he had sneaking around in his background.
We find that out to the end.
Okay.
Okay. Then sent your child to Oakland.
To Oakland. Trying to make it seem like Oakland a bad place.
And they try to make it, they try to make it seem like
we don't
Oakland
want
was
Dorian. We don't want Dorian in Oakland.
right. Exactly.
Get him out of here.
That's good. Yeah, I know that some people thought we were like Dwayne, Moesha, some haters, but we love them. We actually love them. This is just our opinions on the show, nothing, and not towards the actual
Actors
individuals.
themselves.
Yeah. We want to address that because we had some serious hot takes on them for sure. Okay, so one of the things I'm interested in knowing is what has been some of your family's reactions to the podcast? Family, close friends, what have you heard?
Oh, they love it.
Very supportive. Very
supportive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so good.
I was told I should have a bit more input. And my energy in some of them, it seems, listen, y'all, we had a long shoot day, okay?
They don't know.
They have no idea.
Don't know.
Right.
So some of them, like, looking back, I'm like, oh, girl, perk up.
Yeah.
Long shoot days.
Yeah.
But
Didn't know it was going to be like this.
Right. But other than that, I've had great feedback from family and friends. And sometimes you don't think that your family is going to be 1000% supportive or even tune in or whatever. But like, I've seen my cousins repost or like and stuff. It's like, oh, okay, y'all really listened to me in my Facebook message when I sent it to you.
Yeah. What about you, Jeremy? Same thing?
Definitely supportive. I know my uncle was definitely, he felt very honored to be a part of our Son on Me episode.
Come on, Uncle Lawrence.
Right. They've been watching from day one. My mama for sure been watching from day
one. We love Mama.
And she's always been supportive of all of us. Even just friends, like some of my coworkers, just everybody that they've giving me input, like, hey, can y'all talk about this show? Do y'all watch this? Just and I think it's exciting because it is something, sitcoms have been a part of all of our lives, regardless. Even like my aunt and my mom, they love, like Leave It to Beaver and
my
and
show.
Sometimes they're like, hey, are you guys gonna talk about this show? And I'm like, well, that's not a sitcom, but certain things, but then they'll bring up stuff that I hadn't thought about, like Lost in Space or shows that may not have been part of our world but are part of their life. So it makes me kind of want to go back and watch some of those iconic sitcoms and things like that. So definitely have had some very good family support. Unfortunately my dad couldn't give his feedback, but that how come he don't want me, man.
I hate you. That shouldn't even be funny.
That gonna start jumping. That
bouncing through the house.
It's gonna tip over. It's gonna start wobbling.
Start rolling down the hallway. That thing is gonna burst open. And you're gonna be picking it up to put it back in there. Put it back in there.
They're gonna start scattering by themselves.
Put me back in there. But no, I will, on a serious tip, I do think that episode hit with a lot of people because I got a lot of messages where people were like, man, I love that you guys were able to show a different side of you all and how you guys kind of shared more personal, stories and things like that. Because I think the reality is a lot of these moments, even someone told me, they were like, I forgot a lot of those moments of sitcoms, and maybe because I blocked them out, like because but it did leave an impact where it was like, well, I do remember how that made me feel. And just even us sharing our stories or our insight or our perspective on things, hopefully it helps our audience in what they may be going through with their parents or their family. Because aside from just the laughs and the funnies and the, feel good moments, we talk about that the point of the show is to acknowledge the impact of these sitcoms, and they have been impactful. A lot of how we move, like the colleges we went to, the majors that we've chosen, there has been so much impact based on the stuff that we watch. And I think it kind of hits now that we're having these conversations like, wow, this probably came from me watching Fresh Prince. Or this
yes.
was watching Saved by the Bell. This came,
Yes.
Thank you, Cameron, the creator of When Judy Went Up.
Thanks, Cameron.
Thank you. I just want to be a vessel.
What did your family say?
Well, my family loves it. My oldest brother, they love it. My cousin, she submitted a video. My cousin Stephanie, my cousins love it. What's funny is during the holidays when we were going to record Shine on Me, I wanted to get our old choir robes that my mom had access to, right? So I got the old choir robes. We recorded Shine on Me, which was also a great episode. I definitely enjoyed, us talking about our childhood and church and the influence of spirituality. And, I'm a PK, so my mom calls me one night and I guess someone stopped her and was like, "Oh, I love the podcast Cameron is doing," and something. She calls me. She's like, "Now, what is this podcast? I remember you talking about it when you were here for the holidays." And I was like, "Oh yeah, Mom." And we had just released Shine on Me. And so she was like, send the link to me so I can watch it. I'm gonna watch it right now. So she watches it and she calls me back at like 12:45, close to 1 a.m, and we get on the phone. And she was like, "I just finished watching the episode." And, I was like, "Okay, Mom, what did you think?" And she goes, "Eh." I hollered.
I love the honesty.
On that phone. She said, "Eh." We stayed on the phone though, like even after talking about that for like an hour till like 2:30 in the morning. But she was like, "Are all your episodes about church?" I was like, "No, we're talking about different themes in this specific episode. We're discussing, church and spirituality and how it relates to us and the impact of that, through TV sitcoms." And she said, "Oh, okay, I see." I was like, "Why? You felt like it was us making a mockery of?" She's like, "Now that I understand, I can see." She's like, "No," she's like, at first I did, but I see what you're saying." I was like, so funny. But the oh man, it was like silent afterwards, and I hollered. She was like,
Not
no
impressed.
follow up. No follow up. Do better.
Listen, my mama was like, she didn't think we could do no better than that. So she's been watching every episode, right? So after every episode, she gives me, "Oh, this was great. I like this part," whatever. That Shine on Me episode came out. She said, "Now listen, I thought your other episodes was good, but this was the best one yet."
I love it. Come on, Mom.
And I said, "Why did I not? I knew this was going to be."
You should have known. Church of God in Christ. Come on.
When you said she heard the Pass the Peas episode, the blooper.
Oh, yeah. She said, "Cameron sound like a preacher."
You got that all on you.
It's
my.
Oh man.
One of the other things I want to bring up is one of a favorite episode for a lot of our viewers and supporters is Love's in Your Face.
Oh yeah.
TV sitcoms and relationships and couples. Okay, that was hosted by Zakiya, and the questions came from you. It was so good. Favorite couples, couple goals.
Yes, I loved doing that one. That was a fun one too. If I could add that to my list, that was a good one to do.
Yeah,
and a lot of people were bringing up couples that I totally were not thinking about.
Forgot about.
Forgot.
And there were ones that we afterwards were like, "Oh, we didn't mention, Mary and Lester from 227."
Yeah.
Yes. Vernon and what was Vernon's wife's name?
Oh, Velma.
Yes. Vernon and Velma. Lance and Charmaine.
Did we talk about Becky and Jesse?
We did not.
No, we didn't. We didn't talk about them.
Sure. Yeah. It's so many though that I think we just did not have the time. I will say that hot take on Laura didn't want Steve and Myra folks had a lot to say.
Y'all had a lot to
They
say.
did.
That was fun.
That was
so fun reading people's dissertations
Yeah.
about Myra
Yes.
and Steve and Laura, this love triangle.
Yes,
you know,
and
that you did not-
obsession, and the obsession,
and the
right?
obsession.
Oh, and they definitely the warning. They said you do not want somebody to be obsessed with you.
And let's be clear, okay? We do not mean obsession in the most extreme, standing outside your window, knowing your every move. I put an air tag on your toe. Like, no.
Yeah, we don't want that. That's not what we
don't
want.
that.
No. And
we definitely want somebody to love us and love on us. But we definitely don't want our faces as their wallpaper, their blanket.
Yeah.
On my sock, on your
rug.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And I'm also happily married, so I'm like,
you got someone obsessed with
you. got somebody.
I'm already.
But if you need a friend, for Zakiya and Cameron, hit us at that one with Judy with us.
For real. Yeah, that was like the people came in on that.
They did.
They were not playing.
It's so fun to see.
It is.
Yeah.
One couple I forgot to mention, and I rewatched the episode from Family Matters, is Waldo and Maxine.
Waldo and Maxine.
Loved Waldo and Maxine.
How their friends set it up on a 3-way call, doing the telephone like, yo, Waldo. Maxine says she can't wait to go out on a date with you. That is not what Maxine said.
That is not what she said.
The whole thing, like with Steve, Eddie, Waldo, and Laura, and Max on the phone, and how they set that all up. And then, they agreed to go out on a date with each other. And the rest was history. Like, I remember
the rest was history.
That. It was so cute. And like, I need my friends to hook me up.
And I do think their relationship was good. Like, I think that was a healthy relationship. We really didn't talk much about Harriet and Carl, but I feel like Harriet and Carl were a solid husband and wife. Like,
I agree.
They worked through a lot together. They were very supportive of each other, so shout out to
communication. They had some communication. Like, when one was hurt or one was bothered, they would mention it. I liked that. I did enjoy Carl and Harriet for sure.
Yeah.
They were solid.
Yeah.
There
what
was
are the parents' names from Boy Meets World?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
they were good too.
I loved them.
He was a great father figure too.
He was.
The dad. The dad was a great father figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Matthews family.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely enjoyed them.
There was an episode that I wish we could have mentioned in Shine On Me, but it was from Family Matters when Steve went to church and he wanted to join the choir, and it was Aunt Rachel was over the choir and she was being a little jerk. And,
and didn't she have to apologize?
She had to apologize to the church because nobody wants to be in the choir.
Hand in the hand of the man,
who steals the water.
But it's so interesting. And I know we are going to talk about this down the line, but everybody in that, not everybody, but for the most part, majority of that cast could sing. Harriet, Carl, Laura, Eddie, they all, Rachel, they all could sing.
Yeah, that's why they were around that piano in the beginning.
Yeah. Look at yourself and you. And then here come Eddie. If you put your hand in the hand of the man, a Galilee.
Yeah. That is so funny. We did forget it. I forgot about that.
Did we ever figure out what season Aunt Rachel plays the piano?
Because there is one.
I don't think we looked it up afterwards.
This is not a Mandela effect.
We never looked it up to see.
She's one of them seasons.
Yeah, she did.
One of them seasons. There. It's over there somewhere.
Okay, my last question would be for Pass the Remote. Are there any clips for Pass the Remote that you wish you would have shown instead of what you have shown? Do you have any? Do you feel solid on your Pass the Remote clips?
There was only one that I wasn't fully solid on. Same show, but I probably would have picked a different episode, which would have been True Blue Tight Like Glue. My Pass the Remote episode was with Pam and her friends, and when she was going to sneak out the house with them. But I really, and I think we've done a lot with Theo's character, rest in peace, Malcolm Jamal Warner. But I love the episode where they go out of town and he has a party at the house and they destroy the house. And his friends, his friends stick up for him, and they tally all the damages to the house. Specifically that episode, because he does this thing where it's like, I could have not said anything. I could have left. I could have, and he's like, I could have just let it be what, and they're like, no, you can have. You think we want to find out? But I love that the Cosby Show always they didn't really have friends that threw them under the bus.
Yeah.
They were very good judges of character when it came to their friends were always willing to say, it was me. I did that.
And hold them accountable.
And
you're right.
It really didn't matter what episode I chose. I feel like any one of their friends, even with crazy Vanessa, like even with her friends were willing to say, that was us. Like everybody's doing a brand new dance.
Yeah. But wait, also I was thinking about the episode too. It's funny you bring up True Blue Tight Like Glue because I couldn't show it because of the prompt, but I wanted to show the episode or the clip when Theo and Cockroach get tickets to that dance show.
Oh yeah,
dance finally was like, okay,
Dance Revolution or something.
I wanted to show that one and Vanessa, the science project. And she was like, and you need a little help with what's her name placed. And he went to Vanessa and was like, all right, and number 2 and number 4. Because what's her name got 3rd place. And she got like 15 or something like that over her project with the planets.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that.
And she wanted to do it again.
Yeah.
She wanted to do better.
That show was very big on accountability.
Yes, absolutely. I think for my clip too, for True Blue, I like my clip, but now thinking of it, I would have chosen something a little less heavy, some a bit more funny, but like I would have chosen Martin when Gina's friend comes and like Martin and Pam tag team. And they're like, your friend is fake and she is not who she says she is. And especially that scene at the end when they pull that hair weave off of her.
Yeah.
And she been eating ribs and she not no vegan and all of that. And it's like,
she ain't real, y'all.
Right, she ain't real. And
she's like, hell, half the time I don't even brush my teeth.
That's right. She's like, I paid $10.95 for this book. You gonna give me my money back.
That's hilarious.
But that was a good episode because even at the end, Pam is like, you know what? We got your back. Like I couldn't let this go on.
Pam was they all were solid friends to each other.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because you think like even with Tommy, rest in peace, Tommy Ford, but like his character not having a job, you think today's culture they would be like tap dancing around his unemployment or not, well, don't bring it up, that might be offensive. They never let him sit in this like you
comfort.
It's like they
everybody, even
like,
in Africa. Remember when Prince Uche was like, how can we say word in Africa is you ain't got no job. Prince Uche back up off the Prince.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that's my episode. I love that. Poor Tommy. That's so true. That's so true. And I think a lot of times that's how we act around our friends. Like I've been seeing posts around like your real friends make fun of the things that you might be insecure about. You know what I'm saying? And it helps the relationship. And I think that's very important because you all do it to me all the time.
Oh, please.
I just playing.
Look, it helps your growth. It helps you if you because you know
why Jeremy's face look like, oh, I ain't even touched. Ain't even begin to touch you.
I ain't even touch your insecurity yet.
I can't.
But it's funny because as friends, though, it's like I could talk about it, but can't nobody else do it.
No.
Like
no,
and that's the true blue part of things. Like we're very protected, and y'all both know I will go to war about my friends. Like
that's the bulldog.
I do not.
We ain't playing.
You want to see a bulldog and a lion merged
I don't play about my friends. I do not play about my friends, but I think it's just a level of understanding though too, especially a situation like this. Like Cameron brings an idea, something that he's passionate about to the table, right? And you understand what it means to him, and Zakiya understands, right? And Zakiya knows this. She knows you bring something to me, like, hey, this is my idea. This is what I want to work on. Yeah. I'm gonna treat it like it's my own. Yeah. Now, and I'm gonna give just as much energy because I know if I got something on the table or if I'm, listen, me and Zakiya have done projects together. We done carry camels in our trunks. Listen, I did a Christmas play and I had what was it?
A camel? We had the whole set in the trunk.
Microphones, everything.
Y'all stay doing productions.
Stay doing it. But this is, and speaking of stay doing production, Stay Diff has all. I think you already shouted them out.
No, but shout out to Stay Diff for real. Yeah. They talk about reaching across.
Yes.
Friends, for real.
Like
they have been so
I've known
helpful.
I think I said this before in another episode, but like I've known TK and Lamont since middle school, and to see all of us where we were and where we've been, where we are now, and where we're going is just a blessing, and it's amazing and it's dope, and it's cool that we are still to this day able to come back together and work together. Like I ain't seen some of them since high school, whatever, but it's like, oh, y'all doing something? Yeah, let's work together. It's always all love. So like definitely shout out to Stay Diff for opening up their space and just being a part of it,
Yeah.
And that's so funny because when I brought them to you all were like, wait, we know them.
Right.
Yeah. I was like, let me text TK right now. Like
And it's about trust, collaboration, right? When you know people, Cameron's very well known, and he is a lovable person, right? Like, if you,
you love me.
Okay, Jill Scott has entered the chat. But when you have people that you enjoy doing work with, like. It's like a group project. Yeah. It's easier when you know people that are going to do their part versus people that are going to wait till the last minute and be like, oh, can you just slap my name on that? It's like, no, everybody, we are passionate about this and we bring our best to this. And, hopefully, you all are seeing that we do our work. We do our homework. We ain't just sitting around just twiddling our thumbs and pressing record. Like, we're putting our best foot forward in all of this, and even those that are out there watching, if you want to collaborate and y'all got some insight and y'all not just insight, but if you want to donate and sponsor or, what have you, the doors of the church are open.
Okay.
The ushers, please come forward.
Right. Close the door.
Lock the door. Lock them.
The door.
Lock.
Close the door.
The door.
Okay. No, that's so
Yeah.
real. Like, and with the vision of this, I want it to be edutainment, right? Educational,
Yeah. Come on.
entertaining. I want that for our viewers and for ourselves. Because when I'm going through and I'm thinking about an episode, I'm like, oh, this was my experience. And I love being vulnerable around it, right? The same way, Jeremy, you were very vulnerable about talking about your father. And even though we're goofy and we may laugh about it, it still takes something to talk about,
Absolutely.
openly, and knowing that it's going to be out there forever for people to find and look up. The whole goal is edutainment, for real, and keeping that going. And I love what we've done. I'm loving what we're going to do. And I love the support. Please continue to share. Please continue to subscribe. Please continue to watch, chime in. And there's going to be many opportunities for individuals to get involved, share what you like and share what you think. We're still going to be doing some submissions, some When Judy Went Upstairs submissions for individuals to submit videos, and we post them, hear your thoughts, all of that. So we're appreciative of that. We're going to be going live. So be on the lookout for that. Follow us at WJWU Podcast on TikTok and IG. And also email us if you want to get in contact and collaborate or be a part. When Judy Went Upstairs at gmail.com. This is us signing out and off for season 1.
Hey.
We have done it. It is done. And yes, we out here still looking for Judy.
Where you at, girl?
We looking for Judy.
Get down, her.
Judy, you still upstairs?
Judy still upstairs.
Playing in her hair.
Judy still upstairs.
Get down, Judy. You're done,
Right
Judy.
now.
Season 1's done. You can get out. You can leave.
Come out now, Judy. We over. It's over.